Hello everyone, so in this video we will talk about the DJI O4 Air Unit Pro and the DJI O4 Air Unit Lite. So these are the two products that DJI will be releasing soon, as Mads Tech released on his YouTube channel a lot of leaks about this too. Okay, as he have said, and I think it is my guess as well, that they are probably having an issue with the O3 Air units. So they will stop production, as Mads Tech have said as well. So they are really pushing the O4 Air units. With this, let's try to discuss the things that Mads Tech leaked on his video. So I'll show you my screen. Alright, so with Mads Tech YouTube channel, you can follow him. This is his channel. It's at MadRC. He is Mads Tech. He has a lot of videos about FPV drones, other hobbies. He's really good. He does a lot of technical stuff about radio. So if you want to follow him, do check his channel. Most of his leaks are correct and backed up, so you might want to consider following him. Okay, so what we are interested in is on his latest post 3 days ago about the O4 Pro and the O4 Lite, wherein the specs are already out, and he discussed on his video that the O4 Lite is possibly the reason why the production is being held. Probably some parts is still not yet completed. So I made this table so it would be easy for you to see the spec sheets that was released by Mads Tech. On this table, I also added the HDZero all-in-one, which is the latest of HDZero. It's an HD system. So Walksnail 1S I also included here, so that we could compare later on the dimensions. So probably they are trying to push really hard on the DIY FPVs. Let's dive first on the O4 Pro and the O4 Lite. First is the live view is 60 Mbps 1080p for your goggles 3 and N3. The DVR is 130 Mbps with D-Log-M for the Pro, and for the Lite it's 100 Mbps and normal color profile only. If you like to color grade, if you'll be using the O4 Lite, chances are you don't have the D-Log-M. There's an SD card slot for the O4 Pro with onboard storage, not specified here. But the O4 Lite, it only has onboard DVR, which is 26GB with no SD card. So very similar with the Walksnail and the HDZero all-in-one. They don't have SD card slot as well. Now, here is the difference really that separates the Pro and the Lite. It is the camera sensor that DJI used. For the Pro, they used a 1/1.3 inches sensor. So very similar with the Action 5 with an f2.0 aperture. So let in a lot of light since it's an almost it is an f2.0. The DJI Action 5 and the Action 4 is around 2.8 if I'm not mistaken. So the O4 Pro would produce better night videos than the Avata 1 or the Avata 2. Then the sensor of the O4 Lite will be a bit smaller. It's just a 1/2 inch sensor, but the size will be 14mm. So very similar with the Walksnail camera. I'll show it to you later on as we proceed with this comparison. The O4 Pro has dual antenna, so it has 33 dBm max RF output, while the O4 Lite has a single antenna and 13 dBm RF output. So the latency now, the latency of the O4 Pro would be at around 15 millisecond for goggles 3 in race mode, and 20 millisecond latency in race mode for the goggles 3. With this, they are really trying to fight the two other systems. The HDZero, if you're not yet familiar, has HD as well, but it is in 720p, and it also has 1080p, but the quality is not good. The 720p is the only thing that matters for HDZero, but when it comes to latency, near zero latency, which is why it is called HDZero. Then Walksnail came, and Walksnail has a similar latency with the Vista. So later on, they introduced a race mode wherein there is also almost zero latency, but the difference would be the quality would be a bit low. So now we see DJI going into this category as well with the O4 Lite, and they are trying really to introduce this race mode to hit on these other two systems. This is exciting times because we don't know which of them are really good, and if the O4 Lite create this low latency mode but the quality is good, that is a game changer really. So we're excited to see this later on. Now, the Rocksteady is 3.0 for both of this, and they support Betaflight and iNav OSD. In the O4 Pro, it is not indicated on how the voltage support, but if it is similar with the O3 Air unit, of course, it could support any voltage as long as there is that pin on the flight controller. O4 Lite supports up to from 1 to 3S voltage input. So now for the size, it's 33.5 by 33.5 by 13 millimeter for the O4 Pro, while for the O4 Lite, it's 30 by 30 by 6 millimeter. Very similar with the Walksnail. And the weight for the O4 Pro is 31 grams, while it's less than 10 grams for the O4 Lite. Similar with the Walksnail, which is 6.8 grams. While for the HDZero, it's 6.3 grams with the plugs. So without the plugs, it's just 5.7 grams. See where we're getting at? So the O4 Lite really is probably the way of DJI to tell the other systems that we are going for your target market. So because before really with the O3 Air unit, you know that the quality is good, but the size is really big, so it will not fit on a 1S build. But this time they're making an O4 Lite that would fit all of the 1S. So since we are here, I'll show you comparison with the O3 and some of the system of HDZero and Walksnail. This is the O3 Air unit. You see how big this is. It has 2 PCB board. Possibly the O4 Pro and the O4 Lite, they will use a single PCB. But as for the latest video of Madstech, I think the single board will only work for the O4 Lite, because with the O4 Pro, they will add a small PCB to hold another set of chips that is not with the O4 Lite. But if we remove that, both of them basically has one PCB board. But with the O3, as you can see, there is 2. Okay, there's 2 PCB board here. Now for the Walksnail, that upper part is the Walksnail 1S, one board. The other board is for the flight controller. So if we remove that flight controller, we only have one PCB. And see how small that is, especially the camera. And if we try to do a side-by-side comparison, see how small that is. Lite is trying to target this. So they're trying to match the Walksnail VTX. HDZero is very, very small. See, single board, very, very small camera. So if this would be the Walksnail 1S, you see how small the HDZero is. So if we go with the all-in-one board, this is the old HDZero Lite. So if we go with the all-in-one board, it's a bit bigger than this. I'm more excited now with the O4 Lite than the O4 Pro, because if they are really producing this 1S VTXs, this is really exciting times for tiny whoops, wherein you could really fit it on a 65, possibly a 65 millimeter frame, and the quality will be good if you will be using it with the DJI system. Think about it. A year ago, there's only O3 transmission, then we got the O4 transmission, but now that good transmission system will be on a tiny whoops. If you want to receive other updates, go follow Madstech. He posts a lot of exciting leaks about DJI and some other systems for FPV drones. So I'm really excited with the O4 Lite. The O4 Pro, we could set it aside, but I really am waiting for the O4 Lite, and if it comes, probably we'll get our hands on it and we will put it on our 65mm build, because really this is the size that I really like in terms of tiny whoops. This very small 65mm frames, and with this small size you could do freestyle at home. Okay, so if you like this content, please do subscribe, hit the like button. That would help the channel to grow. If you have other question or other comments about this leak for the O4, put it in the comment section below. We will end the video here. Hope to see you on the next one. Happy flying. Take care.